Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. I've always wanted to do that. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Others may not. That's okay. If you like humor, you like foul language, and you like Robin Williams, of course, that may be the movie for you. Anyways, I'm Pigpen, the one and only, and it is time for another Turf Guide featuring none other than my good friend and fellow racer, Sir Real. Jeff, how are you today?
I am great for a Monday.
Ah,
How's
awesome.
everybody doing?
You know what? I can't disagree with you. It's a Monday, and usually Mondays suck for the most part. You know, weekend's over, back to work, reality, work, all that good stuff. But man, today was a great day. Like I got out of work early for the first time in a long time. Did some errands. Like I was telling you, I was just like I ran out of time today. But then I got home, and so I'm always telling people to, you know, support your favorite YouTuber, whether it's me, yeah, or whether it's somebody else, or you don't even have to choose. You can support all your favorite YouTubers out there. And I'm no different, guys. I have my favorite YouTubers that I watch, and I just, you know, I just escape and I get out there and enjoy. So I support them too. And one of mine is a guy by the name of, he's a YouTube channel by the name of Exploring with Josh. And I'm really into like Urbex, which is urban exploration, like old decay, rotting buildings and, you know, rooftops and tunnels and all sorts of stuff. But I love all that stuff. And that's what he does. He does travel. I love travel. So he came out with a line of clothing. And of course, I had to support him. This is it, man. I got home today. And I bought this sweatshirt a few weeks back, and I love it, man. I love it. It's got like, you know, just some stuff here. I got home. It's in the mail, and I was so excited. I went and put it on. Went to this old abandoned train. Well, it's not abandoned, but this old train tunnel. Trains still go through. And I stood out in front of it and had some pictures taken. I came home and photoshopped them up, put them on my Instagram channel, and I think they're awesome. But guys, if you haven't checked out my Instagram channel yet, do so. This is the picture. Jeff, my apologies because you won't be able to see it. But this is the picture from my Instagram. I had this taken today.
I've seen him, Joe.
You did? Oh,
I did.
that's awesome. That is awesome. So, so yeah, I went. I brought my camera and I showed my wife how to use it. I set it up. My wife took this picture here, and a few others actually a handful of others. And I picked out some of the ones I liked. I brought them home and photoshopped them, cleaned them up, and put them on Instagram and hashtagged the crap out of it, just to show support for my favorite YouTuber out there. Guys, if you were to do the same for me, I would show so much love for each and everybody out there. So please check out my Instagram. You know, I don't know what you do on Instagram. You follow it. That's what you do. Subscribe to YouTube, follow Instagram, join on Facebook. That's pretty much the gist of it. So let's get to it, guys. Right now, we are going to do yet another weekly Turf Guide with Mr. Sir Real himself. Jeff, I hope you're prepared because I'm not.
I am.
Excellent. So let me throw up that thumbnail really quick again right here for you guys. So Racing Rivals Turf Guide this week is the first event. I'm going to have to get used to calling them. What do they call them now? They're not events. 7.0, they are challenges, I think. So I'm going to try to start calling them challenges. I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know how well that's going to work out because I'm too slow and stupid. But right now, first challenge is a C-Class front wheel drive only. Now, other than Supercharger, front wheel drive is probably one of my weakest events. I only know a few front wheel drive cars like the Honda Civic Si. I hate it, but the Dodge SRT4, which happens to be C-Class, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a B.
B-Class. Whew, good. It's not eligible this week. Good, I am in. See, Monday keeps getting better. It gets better and better. Yes. Okay, so Jeff, this is a very weak event for me. So you're going to have to help me out. You're going to have to help all of our viewers out right now. So let's get started. C-Class front wheel drive.
Okay, well, let's start off with what's probably going to be the most used C-Class front wheel drive cars.
Well, I almost forgot, Jeff. I almost forgot. I got to crack open a beer for good luck.
Very
Okay.
good. The car that's mostly going to be used is the 2013 Volkswagen GTI. That car will be probably just stocked full in 1650 lobby. The 2017 Honda Civic Si will probably be in max lobby and full of it. If you take a GTI and go in max lobby, you will get fully by the Hondas.
So let's repeat that one more time so I can take notes.
Brother Dan, look what he did there.
Dan, this is how I support my favorite YouTuber, Beer Money, coming at ya. Everybody, I want you to meet my my big brother, Brass and Bolts. He must be sitting at home watching Pigpen, the one and only, on the big screen. Watch this. How do I do this? I can't do this. I can't get out of here. He's got me trapped in here. It's kidding. No, it's kidding. That's my older brother, though. Dan, thank you so much. You know I love you. I love everybody, but Dan, especially you. That's awesome. Just warms my heart. Warms my heart right to the center. Let's cool it down with some beer, though. Awesome. So let's recap really quick because I will never remember. I gotta make notes, man, because this first event is I'm gonna be pretty busy this week. So the first event's where I'm gonna have to put up most of my points. And unfortunately, like I said, this is probably one of my weakest events. So we talked about the Jetta, right?
No, the GTI.
Sorry, the GTI. See, I would have. Hey, what's going on, guys? Where's everybody at? The GTI. Okay. Ooh, that beer tastes good.
GTI is the C-Class front-wheel drive car.
Yep.
It's very quick. It runs a 9.6 in the 50 lobby. And that is a fairly easy car to use, and a lot of people will have that ready for the first event. The new 2017 Honda Civic Si, that seems to be like used every single week for the last month.
Yep. And that's a showroom car, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Showroom cars. A lot of people will still be using that in a max lobby.
Okay.
We have the 2003 Acura NS or RSX Type S.
Okay.
It used to be a good car until they screwed up the tunes on it. Now it's a little slower.
Yeah.
Not so fun. The 1997 Honda Integra Type R.
Honda. All right.
The 2015 Hyundai Veloster Turbo.
Yep.
They gave a bunch of those out, non-peakables. They are also available in the showroom. The 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse GST.
Okay.
Showroom car.
There's a lot of cars that I would have never even remembered. Unfortunately, like front-wheel drive, how do you check front-wheel drive? You can't, right?
You can't unless you go to the showroom and look for them.
Or if we had a Cardex.
If we had a Cardex with filters, we would be golden.
That would be not so bad of an idea to have a Cardex somewhere.
I wonder who thought that up.
I don't know, but maybe we could get one sooner or later. Maybe in a few weeks or something. We could get a Cardex where somewhere where we can go and look up this stuff where it's like, hey, it's C-Class front-wheel drive. I have no idea what cars are eligible. Hey, let me put in C-Class front-wheel drive. Hey, check it out. Got a list of cars right here.
Then what are we going to do on Mondays?
We'll still find something to do. We'll sit here. We'll entertain some people. I got a feeling we can come up with some stuff. Not a problem here.
The 1994 Volvo 850 T5 Estate.
1994 Volvo? Did you just say a Volvo?
Yep. Volvo.
Oh, Volvo. Sorry, something different. Something completely different there. My bad. Oh my gosh. All right, so
I've tried that car a few times. It's not too bad.
I have never once raced that car. I know nothing about it. I know it's a showroom. Well, I'm not even 100% sure, but I think it's a showroom car.
It is.
Pretty cheap, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, I've never even raced one.
Yeah, if I remember right, there's a few of these that are gym cars, but most of these that I've mentioned already are RRC cars.
Yeah.
And they're only like 34, 35, 38,000.
Yeah. And now with the with 7.0 dropping, RRC is going to be pretty much wiped clean across the slate. You might as well just start buying up cars for. I was trying to think of a PG word to say, but I failed. Gypsy Outlaw knows what I'm talking. He's like, LOL, Volvo, yo. He knows what I slip of the tongue. Oh, did I just say that? Oh my gosh. All right. So, so there's got to be more front wheel drive C-Class cars, right? Or is that all of them?
That's what's available in the showroom.
Oh, okay. So,
I'm
okay.
sure there may have been some that were
good idea. I didn't even think of that. When we do this, I'm going to start going through and doing showroom cars, and then I'll break them down to turf cars and such that you can't quite just go and buy and get. If you have them, you can use them. And then I swear I say this, and I want to do this. I really want to start doing this. Is breaking it down by lobbies and cars that just you want to stay away from, or you want to just, set your car and lobby up to kill. I just run out of time because events don't come out until Sunday night. Like I said, I go to bed for work. Monday morning, I'm at work all day. Actually, I got out of work early today, so that's a fluke. But usually I'm there until probably 4. I don't get home till 4:30, and then it's just like I have all kinds of stuff to do. But I think as these turf guides go on, I take my notes, and then down the road, I think we can kind of just have our notes and recycle them and go, oh yes, all right. So we have American front wheel drive. We know exactly what car we can use, or I think it'll just be quicker for everybody. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for C-Class front wheel drive, my weakest event, guys. For those of you just joining, I'm here with a good friend of mine, fellow racing rivals. What would you say, racing rivaler? Does that sound? I don't even know if that sounds right.
Just a rival.
Racing rivaler, like somebody who plays racing rival. Maybe is it just racing rival? I don't know. Anyways, good friend of mine, Jeff Feasel, aka Surreal, Mr. Get Your Last Pinks here. Make your team proud. So we're going over the turf guide for this week's turf challenges. Not events, but challenges. First challenge was C-Class front wheel drive. We've already covered that. We'll do a recap down the road just in case you just joined us and missed out on it. But next is, and let me put the thumbnail up here, is B-Class Supercharger. Now, the next two events are kind of similar in a sense. We'll go over it. We'll let you know what we mean by that. But B-Class Supercharger. Now, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a lot of the typical cars just with a modified tune to accommodate superchargers.
Absolutely.
So, like Mitsubishi Evo, is there even a supercharger? I've never raced that car with a supercharger, but is there a supercharger? There must be in an Evo 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never actually.
It runs similar times.
Does it? Okay, so
most all cars run similar times. They're just slightly slower.
Yeah. But so that car's usually maxed out, which it maxes out at a 63. So supercharger, I'm guessing it's going to be a little lower. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. 61, 62. I don't know. Somewhere in that ballpark. Like Jeff says, it's going to get similar times, but everybody's going to be running superchargers. So it's going to be pretty much even across the board. Then like you said, I've seen a few people say, the CUDA. What was the other one I just saw? There's the Lotus. The Lotus, which is a little faster than the Evo 8, but I don't know how it performs with superchargers. So don't hold me accountable here if you decide to run it supercharged, because I've never actually ran it supercharged. Front wheel drive and supercharger, I'll be completely honest, guys, those are my two weakest events, and they're back to back this week. So I'm going to let Jeff take the lead here and help me out, help you out. Give us a heads up what we can race, what we shouldn't race, and all that good stuff. Jeff, take it away, my man.
Well, we just talked about your favorite car, so it will be eligible for the second event, the 2004 Dodge SRT4.
Mm-hmm. I love that car. Just kidding.
Yeah, like I say, almost everybody will just take their favorite car, probably a CUDA or the Evo, and just put a supercharger on it.
Yeah.
But I have a list of the B-Class cars,
mm-hmm.
and
Craig,
they are like the 1970 Javelin.
Craig's got it right. He says, note to self, don't ask Joe for help this weekend. True. Ask Jeff right here, Mr. Surreal. He's about to tell you, give you all the help you need.
The 2015 Mustang GT.
Uh-huh.
The 2016 Focus RS.
Now, the Mustang, that is a ghost shiftable car.
It is. And it had performance parts.
So make sure to watch out for that. I'm not quite sure what times it will get supercharged. Like I said, I'm a noob at this event. So I don't even know if you could jump into that Mustang GT with performance parts, ghost shifting, and even compete with the Evo 8. I'm not sure. Anybody out there know? Let me know. Jeff, do you know? Any idea?
I don't know. I would guess that the Mustang is going to be faster than the Evo.
Really interesting, because the
the
Evo 8 is pretty much has always been king of the B class, minus a few little cars here and there that, like the Lotus, I think it's the Evora. But that thing is so inconsistent with its launch. Like the RT, it's kind of like, it's kind of like the Top Fuel Dragster. It's got that, depending if you have stock tires or max, that's how it changes. But one of them is just like the Top Fuel Dragster, man. That thing kind of, or Top Fuel Dragster. The needle just buried, and it just kind of does that. It bounces, and there's no drop to it. It goes from max to 0 RPMs the instant you drop. So it's one of those cars. It's very inconsistent. It's a 50-50. Yes, it can beat the Evo 8, but are you going to chance it 50% of the time? Only if you're crazy. Now, there's some guys out there that just really like that car. And they're probably the ones that are going to be racing it this weekend. So watch out for that.
Sure. Yeah, if I remember right, the Exige, that car doesn't have any turbo or supercharger.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't remember. I haven't looked at that car since I haven't raced it.
It has it available, but I don't think it is used.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Okay.
That car has terrible drop for me, so I don't use it.
Yeah, it is. It's just a terrible drop altogether. What's up, Edward Shorty 13? He's like, Joe Pigpen, the one and only. There we get. There we are. There we go. So let's continue, Jeff.
Okay.
I get sidetracked very easily, and I apologize, but I've got the attention. What is it? Attention span of a 3-year-old. Anyways, go ahead.
The BMW 2013 435i Coupe.
I love that car.
Yes. The 1969 Camaro SS. The 1969 Corvette.
Squirrel.
What do I have here? 2013 FPV GTP. Ford.
Oh, that had performance parts too, I believe.
It does.
Ouch.
I mentioned the Ford RS, the Focus. 2016, the 1991 GMC Cyclone.
Yeah. So
pickup truck.
There's a lot. Okay, basically, and we'll get to A-Class in a few, but it's in the same boat as B-Class. There's so many there are so many cars with performance parts. You're gonna really have to pay attention.
Yeah, for sure. If you don't follow with that, if you're not sure, you'll find out real quick.
Yeah.
You'll find out very quickly.
Nathan. I see Nathan here all the time. Fred's here. Who's this Craig Wood guy? Is that a new guy to the string? Craig, you new? Mr. Jack in the house. Stephen Parker, he's here pretty frequently. Dirty Hammer's here all the time. Edward Lopez, who is here more than me. All right, let's continue. Like I said, I keep getting sidetracked. I apologize, Jeff.
2016 Honda Civic Type R.
2000 what?
2016 Honda Civic Type R.
Oh, there we go. There's a car you don't see too often. At least I don't see it too often.
The Hyundai Genesis Coupe.
Yeah.
We'd already mentioned the Lotus. Evora and the Exige.
Yes.
Evo 8. Hemi Cuda. Renault 5 Turbo.
Oh, that car. Oh, no. I'm thinking there's the A-Class one, right?
Right. And there is a B-Class one as well.
Yeah, that's right. But the A-Class one is pretty damn fast for an A-Class car.
Sure.
But we're talking B-Class right now, like I said.
Yep. Well, and that car is ghostful and is very fast as well.
Yep. All right.
So, what else do I have here? The 2011 Impreza STI.
Yep. Subaru Impreza STI. That has performance parts as well, I believe.
I think you're right.
So many cars out there with performance parts. Wow. What else? Mr. Jack. He says, sorry, he's been busy. It's all right, Jack. You're here with us now. That's all that matters.
The Evo 10? Evo X?
Yeah. Nah, there's some people out there that really get a hair across their ass if you call it the Evo X. It's the 10, damn it. The Evo 10. So I've learned the hard way.
And last I have on the list is the Volkswagen Scirocco R.
Oh, yeah. Now, that car. That's a fun car. Now,
that is a fun car.
It's a little on the difficult side, at least for me. Everybody's yelling squirrel in the live chat every time I get sidetracked, which is going to be a lot, guys. I'll be honest. Probably sidetracked right now. Nathan loves me some Scirocco. Is that how you pronounce it? Ricky knows how to pronounce it. Well, actually, I can't say that because he just pronounced swirl or something. Swirly. So, blows that theory right out of the water there. So, that pretty much does it for B-Class cars then, right?
Yes, that's about it.
All right.
Of course, there's always some other ones that are F&F crates or player, whatever it is.
Yep.
A racer club.
Yeah, there's always those cars out there that are so difficult to get. You're not going to, and especially at this point in the game, unless you're in a car, like you say there's a Fast and Furious car out there, unless you're in the same car, chances are you're probably not going to get pinks for it. Race for pinks, just because this late in the game, people want to take them to their legacy garage, and the only chance they're going to put the only time they're going to put it up against another car for pinks is for the chance of winning the same car. So there you have it. That's B class supercharger. Guys, we're going to take a break just for a second. Gonna bring you up to speed. For those of you just joining, I'm Pigpen, the one and only, of course, and this is Turf Guide, and featuring my man Jeff Feasel, aka Surreal. Jeff, I appreciate. I want to thank you for. This has been an ongoing weekly thing with you and I think it's really cool, and I know a lot of people like it. They haven't told me to piss off yet. We're almost about a half hour in. We still have people watching, and they love it. We're gonna keep doing this, and it might slow down when 7.0. Whoa! I just spit when I talk. We're going to continue this when 7.0 drops, but it may have a little bit of a slow period because unless they change their mind, Carbonated mentioned that there's not going to be turf for a little bit, just to allow people to build up their garages and earn these cars, because it is earn. What is it? Pay to earn, or earn to play? Play to earn. That's it right there. Play to earn. So it's going to take a little while for all of us to earn enough cars so that turf is fun for us instead of just having one car. So it's going to be a few weeks. We don't really know how long it's going to be without turf. But when turf comes back and we know it, Jeff and I, maybe we'll even continue a Monday thing, and we'll figure it out. Maybe it won't be about turf, but we'll still do a Monday thing to keep the ball rolling, to keep the wheels on this train going. But as soon as turf returns in 7.0, we'll be right here with as much information that we have. We'll share it with you. So there you have it, guys. If you're just joining, I'm going to tell people about my sweatshirt right now. I know I ask a lot of people here to help support me as a YouTuber, and for those of you that do, appreciate it so much. For those of you hanging out here, joining, watching, having fun, that's awesome as well. I love it. You guys are the best to hang out and just spend my Monday with. It's good. But I do the same. I want to just let people know I don't ask them to do it, something that I wouldn't do. I support my favorite YouTuber as well, and he's actually a guy. He's got a channel. It's Urban Exploration / travel, and just really all around good guy. Really personable. And his YouTube channel is Exploring with Josh, and he came out with a merchandise line recently, and I thought, hey, what better way to support a fellow YouTuber? So I paid good money for this. This thing wasn't cheap, but I thought it was worth it to help support my favorite YouTuber. So just like I ask you guys to support me, thumbs up and likes, and if you guys do a super chat, that's awesome. You don't have to, but if you do, I appreciate it a lot. I just want you guys to know that I do the same for my favorite YouTubers. And I took a picture of myself with this. I got this in the mail today. Went to a train tunnel in town. Had my wife take my camera. I set it up. She took a picture of me, and I took it into Photoshop, and here it is. I put it up on my Instagram. Instagram is Pigpen, the one and only. You guys can find me real easy. I have this and a few other pictures that I put up. Guys, if you could support me, just go there and maybe follow me or like my photos or whatever, man. Anything helps, and I appreciate it. But if you guys can go to my Instagram channel, Instagram, I don't even know what they call it. That's how much I suck. Go to my Instagram and just like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, man. I'd appreciate it so much. So, Jeff, we're back.
Yes.
Let's tackle A-Class Turbo. Now, this is going to be an easy one, I have a feeling, for most people, just because, well, Turbo is a pretty common event. You're just narrowing it down to A-Class. So let's get started, and pretty much any A-Class car we can roll with and, race and turf. But let's go over some of the ones, the big ones, and the ones where most people are going to get the bulk of their points, where the lobbies are going to be just busy.
Well, the biggest one is going to be the 2014 Camaro Z28.
Yes, and I couldn't disagree at all.
1668 lobby will be packed. There's just performance parts out again, and with the way we need to hurry and get rid of all of our performance parts, a lot of people burned theirs up.
Yes.
On the Z28. So tons and tons of them. There was plenty of pinks for the Supercharger event last weekend on Sunday, and I'm sure there will be plenty again this Sunday. Same with the Chevy Stingray, 2014 Stingray, the 1970 Challenger RT. I seen a lot of the Ford Falcon FG V8s.
Oh yes.
Seen plenty of those this last weekend. The Shelby GT500 coupes, I seen several of those. I even seen some of the 1967 Corvette Devils.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lex was out trying to set records in the 39 lobby or something like that.
I don't understand those. I'll be honest, man. I don't understand those low lobbies there. I never got into them. Like the lowest one I ever raced really was a 45 lobby with the Evo 8. And that was a long time ago. And I just felt like there's just not much on the line. Yes, you can win. Unless you're racing for money, it just doesn't really seem like there's much to win.
Yeah, it's just too slow for me.
Isn't it? I don't feel like there's a lot on the line. There's not much. Yeah. There's no excitement for me, and that's why I like max lobbies. But there's other lobbies that are a little bit more like 50 is the lowest lobby that I will race regularly. 56 I like, 63, 68. We're getting back. I just like maxed. But we're talking A-class turbo right now. So I'm trying to find.
Well, the 2000 Chevy Corvette and the WWE Corvette is in performance crates right now. I, for one, don't have any more performance crates.
Yes.
I've used all mine up.
I've got a ton.
I do have a couple of those full carbon, so I'm probably racing them. I probably won't pink them because they will be part of my legacy garage.
Yeah. Yes, no doubt.
Unfortunately, I lost about 4 of my full carbon fiber Z28s, which I wanted for my legacy garage. So that is a quick reminder to not do that this weekend.
Let me just, I don't know if my brother's watching, but nonetheless, he sent me a message after he sent me some super chat, and he sent me a message asking for a what did he say? He said a shameless self-promotion. Shout out to my Instagram would be great, ? So I just wanted to give my brother's Instagram channel. That's not a channel. What is it? It's just an Instagram page or whatever. I don't know, but a shout out, a little plug here. And Ortiza, I just put it up in the live chat here. It's Instagram.com/clockworkcanvas. Clockwork Canvas, and actually if you click on that link it'll take you to his Instagram page. So I just wanted to mention that. I didn't want to interrupt, but it is nice to anybody who wants to help me out, I'm willing to help them out and give them a shout out or whatever they want. So my brother, obviously I'm going to help him out any way I can, so I just wanted to let him know that there's a shout out, there's a little plug for his Instagram. Anyways, Clockwork Canvas. All right, let's get back to business.
Very good. Another car I seen and I was surprised it was so fast is the 1972 Ford Falcon GT Street Edition.
Say that again? That's a long.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, it's too many words.
1972 Ford Falcon GT Street Edition.
There we go. Okay. Am I gonna remember that?
Nope. Yeah, it's a mouthful, but I was surprised. I think I seen him at 16 67, and they were moving. You slip up, they will beat you.
Yeah. Oh, I had a screenshot from Frank the Tank earlier. Let me pull it up on Facebook. Oh, it was the, and I want to make sure I have the right, because it's another car that I'm not familiar with, but he says this car is just going to dominate. I think he said the third event, so it must be an A class. But he says it's the, what is it? It's the Bone Shaker in a...
Bone Shaker and the Rip Rod?
Yeah, well, the screenshot he showed me here is, yeah, it's the 2016 Hot Wheels Bone Shaker 4 in a 1663 lobby. Nathan Pilkington, when are Pigpen hoodies being released? Man, I would love to have Pigpen hoodies out there. I'm telling you, if I can get to the point where it makes sense, I'll do it. I will totally find a way to get Pigpen hoodies out there for people. So yeah. So Nathan, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. You're the man. You are the man, Nathan. And once again, like I said, I appreciate it very much. So here's a picture, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I could probably, it's on my phone. It's going to be a little tough, but it is a 1663 A-Class Hot Wheels Bone Shaker 4, and Frank the Tank has, and here's the type. It's got a 001 RT. And it's at an 8.440 race time. So it's definitely a fast car, A class. So he says it's gonna be. Let me see if I can read off his exact wording here.
Well, was that supercharger? Because if it was supercharger and you've switched to turbo, it could be a lot faster than that.
Well, I think this is, I would have to guess this is turbo. I'm not 100% sure, but I would have to say turbo. And he says, this car is unstoppable in that last turf event. So, last turf challenge. We're going to call it a turf challenge. So, he says it's absolutely unstoppable in that last event. So I'm guessing it's got to be A-Class and it's got to be turbo. So I'm guessing that is a turbo tune, 8.440. Everybody PM Frank the Tank for the tune, because I don't have it. He didn't hook me up with the tune, damn it. Let me give myself a little refill here. And for those of you just joining, I am with good friend and fellow racing rival player, racing rivaler. I still don't know exactly what to say. Good friend of mine, Jeff Fiesel, a.k.a. Surreal. And sorry, I just got sidetracked. I told you I got sidetracked so easily. But Jeff, I just got another super chat. Mr. Jack, .2, $10 super chat. My man, you're awesome. I love it. If I could give you a hug, I'd probably give you a high five. But you're the man. Nonetheless, you are the man. So, Mr. Jack, thank you. Wow. So, Frank the Tank says A-Class, Bone Shaker 4, 1663, 8.440. Bunker Spy says, hook me up, Joe. Give me a beer. I'd share a beer with Bunker Spy if I do a little traveling. I'm telling you, Jeff, I'm not messing around. I'm telling you, later on this summer, I'm going to take a trip to Canada, and I'm going to meet up with Ricky, and James is out there as well. So I'm going to meet up with James and Ricky up in Canada. We're going to have some beers. We're going to have some burgers. They're going to show me around the city, around Toronto. Bunker Spy, I'd go. I'd follow you. I'd find you somewhere, and then wherever you are in the country, travel, share a beer with you. So
absolutely,
that would be awesome. And Jeff, you are no Craig's in Maryland. You're in. Don't tell me, man. Don't tell me like Indiana.
Yep, I'm in Indiana.
Oh, wow.
I'm smack dab in the middle of the cornfield.
Nice. I grew up kind of similar situation in Ohio, except for I lived in the armpit of Ohio.
Yeah, I live in the big city, so I'm not around hardly any cornfields.
Not me, man. I grew up right in the armpit of Ohio. I moved out of there as soon as I could. But yeah, once I turn 18, let's share a beer, Pigpen. Absolutely, Edward. That would be awesome. So just want to recap real quick. Mr. Jack, .2, $10 super chat. You made my day. See, Mondays suck, but now they suck less. Thank you. That's awesome. All right, back to business here, guys. A-Class. So we've covered the bulk of the racing is going to be the Z28 with performance parts, with ghost shifting, without. It's going to be just really just crazy competition in that lobby. You're going to have to be very careful, pay very close attention. There's going to be lots of performance. If you're not racing with performance parts, you might just want to think about free racing because it's going to be an uphill battle for you. So there's that. What else? What else do we have? A-Class Turbo, Jeff.
A-Class Turbo, the two other cars with performance parts,
Mm-hmm.
the NSX and the R34.
The NSX. Yep.
And the 370Z.
370, the Nissan. Okay. Now, which of those had performance parts?
All three of them.
There we go. All three of them.
And we can't forget the Supra. We're talking JDM. The Supra has performance parts as well.
Oh, not only that, but it has some of the best performance parts out there. It has the naked carbon fiber. Sure. Was that the only car in the game to ever have naked carbon fiber? I can't think of another one.
As far as performance parts, I believe it was, yes.
Wow, okay. All right. So that makes, I don't think you're going to find too many of those. I have one, but it's completely, actually I have two of them. One of them's completely stock. I might just buy it back a few times and give it out to some people because, why not? I don't know how many gems it costs to buy it back, but when it's completely stock, maybe I'll buy it and give it to a few people, you know? That'd be a nice little gift. Not too many of those out there. So, Supra, performance parts.
Supra, absolutely.
Nissan 370Z.
370Z.
R30.
Hyundai Veloster.
Hyundai Veloster. The R34.
All the Subies, the Subi hatch, the 2001, the 2006, and the Xmas cars.
And you got to be careful with those because those bad boys could be ghost shifted.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's tricky.
Now, Tree's saying the R33, but that would be B-Class.
Yeah, that would be B-Class, and that's all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, so that won't fit.
Right, but the R34 will count as A-Class turbo. Like we said, that has performance parts. That car, you might find a lot of action with that car too, because there's some people out there that still love that car. Love it to pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Gustav, what's up, my man? Where are you at? You're not from Germany, are you? I'm just curious if he's in Germany. Where's Gustav at? Where do you live? I'm kind of curious. Where's everybody at? Actually, I haven't done it in a while. Guys, throw it up here in the live chat. Throw it up in the live chat. Let me know where you're at this very moment in time. City, state, country, where are you? I'm curious to see where people are watching from. So I'm kind of curious where Gustav is. First of all, so Donna Smith is in Arkansas. Stephen Parker's in Florida. Jazzer's in Canada. American Eagle, I'm right on my ship dock. Oh, he's in San Diego. He must be in the Navy, right? In Port San Diego. California. Tree, XX Trees in California. Edwards in. What?
I'm sorry, I'm yelling my way.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of me. Phoenix, Arizona. Roberts in Colorado. Samuel's in Puerto Rico. Edward Shorty 13 is in Texas. Gustav is in Indonesia. All right, I was a little off. I was only a whole continent off, but hey, he's in Indonesia. Thank you, man, for hanging out and watching all the way from sea to sea. That's awesome. Ricky's in Toronto, but he's currently going to the moon, if you catch his drift. Marco's in California. Brass and Bolts, your hometown, River Rats for life. There you go. So I don't know if you heard, Dan, but I did give your Instagram a shout out earlier, and I'll put it back here in the live chat. Right there. There's a link. Clockwork Canvas. That's my brother's Instagram, right on everybody's favorite picture sharing app. Excuse me. I don't know what to call it, man. Instagram's fun, but I still don't know what it's all about. It's fun sharing pictures, though. New York City. IBDD Brothers is in New York City. Mr. Jack, Brown City, Michigan. Surveillance is in Cali. I don't even know how to pronounce that, Lugnuts, but he's in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's got some weird names for towns, that's for sure. Anyways, Edward's close to Corpus Christi. So, all right. So there we go, guys. Lots of people from all over this, all over the country, all over the world, really. So there we go. A lot of different countries. So do we have any more A-class cars to go over there, Jeff?
There's several.
Oh. Once again, I interrupted him.
I put them all up. Doing other stuff. Oh, we have A-class Euro cars. 2012 BMW M3.
Uh-huh.
2004 BMW M6 Coupe.
Yep.
2015 Veloster GTRS M4.
Okay, yeah.
And 2014 Mercedes CLA 45 AMG. Those are those. Tons of other the Ford RS 500 SE, the Torino Cobra R.
Yep.
Sean's Mustang Fastback.
That's another. That's a
Challenger.
That's a Fast and Furious.
A whole bunch of those. Yeah, a bunch of the Fast and Furious. And that might be all I have.
All right.
There's a lot of them, though. A lot of A-class cars.
All right. So, yeah, A-class, pretty much, we're going to say any A-class car is going to be eligible. Yeah. Obviously, some you're going to have a major advantage over others, but it all just depends on your strategy. If you're looking for a specific car for pinks, whether you're looking for Z28s, R34s, or, you know, some of the Subis, you know, with the performance parts, or Toyotas, a lot of people love the Supra and go Supra to Supra head on. So you have that strategy, but then there's others, you know, that you can lobby tune. There's all sorts of just whatever your angle is, man. You're going to have a lot of fun in the third event, but you do have to make sure that you're paying attention to what and who you're racing, because there's going to be tons of performance parts out there. Keep that in mind, guys. Make educated decisions.
If you don't have performance parts on your car, you better detune down to 6.3 or 5.6 lobby, because if you go into 6.8 lobby, you are food.
Yep, if you're in a max lobby, yes, just like.
And if you go in there and say, "Hey, I'm 6'6" or I'm 6'5",
Hey.
they're gonna challenge you.
Yep.
Okay, it's a rivals game. It's not be my friend game.
That's right.
So you can't be mad about it.
Nope. You just got to make educated decisions. Sick Killer, Mr. Castro made one of the best decisions I've ever seen. He just did a $2 super chat, and he's like, "How's it going, guys? Sick Killer, it's a great day. It's a Monday. It started out crappy because it killed my weekend, but." Ooh, Ricky says pizza. Now we're it's getting even better because I love pizza. I can't wait. I can't wait to Ricky. I'm going to go visit Ricky in Canada. We're not having Canadian pizza because I'm telling you, I don't think Canadians know how to make pizza, to be honest. My wife said she went to Montreal and she said the pizza there was horrible. But Canadians know how to make other dishes that are really good. So can't hold it against them too much. So anyways, like I said, I just keep getting sidetracked, man. But anyways, let's see here. Sick Killer, Mr. Castro, $2 super chat. How's it going, guys? Monday is getting even better. Thank you so much there, Mr. Castro. Appreciate it. So we're going to do a quick recap. And I think we might. Well, we'll see. Well, Jeff, I don't know if you're running short on time or what the deal is, but let's do a quick recap here, and we'll talk about. Let me throw up this thumbnail real quick for everybody right here. Turf Guide. First challenge is a C-Class, front-wheel drive only. Second is the B-Class Supercharger, and similar is the A-Class Turbo. So C-Class, front-wheel drive only. Jeff, let's do a really quick just rundown for everybody, and we'll let them know what cars they could run.
Sure. Most popular is going to be the 2013 Volkswagen GTI, the 2017 Honda Civic Si, Acura 2003 Acura RSX Type S, 1997 Honda Integra Type R, 2015 Hyundai Veloster Turbo, 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse GST, and the 1994 Volvo.
Not to be confused with the Volvo. But the Volvo. We're talking about the Volvo with an O. So, yeah, I see a lot of chat going on here about pizza, guys. If you haven't seen my Cooking with Pigpen episode, I cooked the Pigpen pizza, which if you didn't see it, I'm telling you, after this, go check it out. Go to my channel, and it's only a few videos back. I cooked live stream pizza, and I put some really good toppings on there. I don't want to ruin it for you, but you got to check it out. If you haven't seen it, it's going to make your mouth water. If you want pizza now, you're going to really want pizza after you see this video. So check it out. Go to my channel, and you'll see it just a few videos back, Cooking with Pigpen, and I make a pizza. So there we go. C-Class, front-wheel drive only. Now we'll do a quick recap. B-Class Supercharger. Now, pretty much any B-Class car can be eligible as long as you obviously do the conversion, put the supercharger on it. But we're going to go over some of the ones that we think are going to be more popular and are going to give you a lot more action and a lot more fun than, you know, some of the others. So, Jeff, you want to help us out?
Sure. The 1970 Javelin SST AMC, that car is best with supercharger, and it's a ghost shift car. That car will be used quite a bit. The 1970 Hemi Cuda is pretty much a favorite in the 56 lobby. 2015 Mustang GT performance parts, and it will probably, I believe they ghost at like 8.4, so they will beat the Evo 8. 2016 Focus RS that also runs. It's going to run 85 for sure. I'm not sure if it runs 84 with performance parts. It's a nice car. I have a few of those. Really nice car.
Yes.
Let's see. The Mazda RX-7.
Okay.
The Renault 5 Turbo.
Yep.
The Honda Civic Type R. The Lotus Exige. And the 2013 435i Coupe.
One of my favorites. I love it.
Of course, last but not least, the Dodge SRT4.
I'm not even gonna justify that with a reaction, to be honest with you. I just gave it a reaction. Damn. I hate that car. I hate that car. I don't know what it is, but
it has to be the drop for you that you don't like.
Could be, but I've had ones where actually it's and I can't remember. I think it's like it's an in-betweener, like in between the first and second, or in between the second and third. It's a really weird
first
drop.
It's closer to the second light, but it's in between.
Okay.
And as soon as you hit launch, you better be shifting.
And that's it.
First gear comes really quick.
Yep. So there's two things right there. The drop is a horrible drop. But then yes, like you said, the first shift is like instant. Like after you drop, you have to just like pretty much train yourself to drop and just shift immediately. It's so fast. And then after that, it's still not even really all. I just don't like that car, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Not so much.
It looks goofy too.
It's got those weird, the weird front. Yeah. I think we've talked about this before, but so I don't want to get sidetracked, but I've been working on something. You see this door? I mentioned this door behind me, this stupid plain white door. I want to see something. I've been working on something. I just have to hang it here. I ordered a bunch of on eBay, like 300 sticker bombs, man. Let me get this thing. Check this out. Look at that. If you can see it, a whole crap ton of sticker bombs. And I made a huge thing that's going to hang on the door. Look at this. Look at that, man. All sorts of cool stickers. So I'm going to put this.
That's pretty neat, Joe.
I'm going to put this on the door because I figured I'm tired of the door being plain, boring, white, and I'm slowly putting up stuff on the walls. I'm loading them up with comic books and stuff, but I'll put that there. You guys can't really see what it is from that distance, but it's at least something there that you guys can look at. Something different. I might switch it up and put some bigger pictures and posters there. Just something different because that plain white door just doesn't do it for me. I've ordered a whole bunch of comic books. I'm going to load up all the walls with comic books, pictures, and pages. I'm going to rip them out and stick them all over the place. I got my Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull down there. I'm going to put on the wall soon. I got all kinds of cool stuff going on here. So just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to make this place a little bit more festive. Anyways, so that's B-Class Supercharger and Dirty Hammer. How'd you get that name? You're dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Anyways, so now we're going to do a quick recap. A-Class, Turbo. Any A-Class car will be eligible as long as you have turbo, but let's go over some of the more popular cars. So, and cars that you're going to have a lot more fun with, and a little faster, and maybe have the edge. So let's do that, and we'll see what happens from there, Jeff.
Very good. The A-Class Turbo Z28, R34.
Zahid. Hold on, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Zahid wanted a shout out. So, Mr. Zahid, there's your shout out, my man. Thanks for watching, Zahid. Appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. All right, Jeff, you're back. You're up.
2014 Chevy Stingray, 2013 Ford Falcon FG V8. And the car that I'm going to tune and try to use is the 1972 Ford Falcon GT Street Edition.
And why is that?
And because I raced a few of them this last weekend, and they are extremely fast. They were running 8.1s, and
wow,
they were only 1667s.
1667. Okay. I do have to say, Frank the Tank mentioned to me earlier, sent me a screenshot. He's in the Bone Shaker 4 in a 1663 lobby, turbocharged, running 8.440. So he says that car is unstoppable. I can't guarantee it, but if Frank says it, I have to believe there's some truth to that.
Well, the 1970 Torino Cobra R runs 8390 in a 63 lobby.
Okay.
So he's food if I see him, and we can tell him that right now.
Oh, whoa. Frank the food. Frank's dinner. Oh my goodness. Right. You hear that, Frank? Frank's not even here to defend himself. That's what you get for not joining, Frank. That's what you get for not watching when I go live.
Some people like the 2014 BMW M6 Coupe. I think that maxes at 67 as well, maybe 66.
Yep.
I can't remember. 67, I believe.
All right.
The NSX, the R34, the Supras. Supras. I love some Supras. 6.3.
Hey, I got a Supra. I mentioned this earlier, and I'll mention it again. I'm going to try to do a buyback on it. I don't know how many gems it is, but it's a fully stock carbon, naked carbon fiber car. Every single part on there. I might buy back a few and give them away because that's a car that you're not going to see very often. There's very few of them out there, and the people that have them aren't going to want to share. So if you get one, it's a real treat. It's going to be completely stock. You'll have a little bit of time, obviously, to upgrade it before 7.0 drops, but you're going to want to either max it out or find your favorite lobby to tune it to. I really like that car. I've always liked the Supra. It has a very fast. There's a lot of A-class cars that have a very fast first shift. The Supra is one of those. The Subis, which are B-class, that has a very fast. We talked about that. That's got a very fast first shift. And there was another one. There was one more we really talked about. What was that one there, Jeff?
What was it? What was the question?
There was a car we talked about that had a very fast first shift. Do you remember what that was? Somebody out there remembers.
The C-Class for the or the B-Class SRT4?
Oh, that was what it was. He beat you to it. I was hoping somebody out there would help us out, but no, you remembered it. You got it. That's right. The worst car in the game, the SRT4. I can't think of a worse car.
Yeah, it's not too bad really for me. I've played with it plenty of times, so.
Yeah, no, I just love to hate that car. There you go. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I love to hate that car. All right. Tree agrees with me, that's for sure. Anyways, all right. So there you go, guys. Here with Jeff Feasel, a.k.a. Surreal. Get your last picks here. Make your team proud. We're going to be wrapping it up. This is like our fifth or sixth turf guide. And like I said, we're going to continue this as the weeks go on. We will take a break when 7.0 comes out because there won't be turf for a few weeks, or we don't really even know how long, but we're going to take a break. We'll probably continue this, but change it up until turf comes back out, in which case we'll do it all over again. Turf guide for 7.0. I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. And Jeff, appreciate you hanging out, chilling, educating me, letting me know how unknowledgeable I am with some of these events. Like the first event here, I have no clue. Well, now I do. Now I do, obviously. I might just race the GTI.
Yeah, I built 25 of them.
Oh, so I'm not the only one going to be in the GTI. If I see you last, Pink's here.
Yep, I'll be ready.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts? So let's just switch gears really quick because I still have a little bit of a beer left, unless you're out of time. But I had a quick question. So, what do you think of the whole 7.0 turf matchmaking system? Are you going to miss challenging people, or do you think it's a welcome change? Maybe a little bit of both.
I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss the. I don't know how it's going to work if we're even going to be able to see each other in the lobby and chat because it seems like it'll be like the matching that they do now, where you go there and you don't even get to see anybody. You can chat, but before you even get to type, it's matching you up with someone.
No, see, my understanding is this, and I don't know, I could be wrong, guys, but my understanding is this. You're going to hit the turf, join turf. You're going to go into a turf lobby where you can talk all the crap you want, but there's going to must be a challenge button, and when you hit that challenge button, that's when they match you up with somebody. So hey, Dave, what's up, Dave? Dave's here. He's from Ohio, which is he's in Cleveland, which is just north of the armpit of Ohio, which is where I grew up. But he's in the nicer area, up near Cleveland, if there's such a thing as a nice area of Ohio. But he's there. No. But no, I think you go into a lobby, and I think you could sit there for as long as you want and just kind of talk, hang out with people, because that's the one thing about Racing Rivals that I always liked. It's a very social game. There's a community. You can talk with people. You got your friends. You got your rivals that when you see them, you can challenge them. And that's one of the things I'm going to miss about turf in a way. Yeah, you guys had a shooting at a public mall. But that's one of the things I'm going to miss about turf. One of the things is seeing somebody and having that rivalry with them and being able to challenge them. Now it's just a random match based on, people who are equal with you in that lobby, your skill level and such. So they're going to match you up with that. And
yeah, but it seems like you said, though, as soon as you go in the lobby, you start talking, next thing you know, you're snatched out of the lobby where they picked you for somebody else. It's a challenge.
Well, I think you go into the lobby, you join the lobby, and you can sit there for as long as you like. It's once you hit a challenge button, that's when they match you up.
Yeah, but if somebody else hit the challenge button, don't they match you up with them?
No, not unless you hit that challenge button as well. And then I think you're in the pool to get matched up. So I think, don't quote me, but I think that's the way I think it should be. You could sit there all day long and talk trash and just catch up with friends and this. It's when you hit that challenge button, then all of a sudden you're in the queue and you're in there with anybody else who's hit that challenge button, and that's when they match you up. And then when the race is done, you go back to the lobby and you can sit, or you can immediately hit that challenge button again, be put back into the queue. I could be wrong, but that's kind of how I understood it. So it's not like you're going to say, hey, buddy, how you challenge? Oh, crap. Where'd he go? I wanted to say hi to him. No, you can say hi to them and, chat and this and that and catch up. How's your mom? Is she still doing things you don't want her to do that you're not so proud of? And then, you want to then challenge and then go head to head with somebody. But Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go down. So
that'll be all right then.
I'm not 100%
yeah,
sure.
I'm still gonna. There's people that I've raced for years that, as soon as they come to the lobby, I'm challenging them.
Yeah.
Because I know they're gonna race pinks. I know we're pinking. We're raising a mill. We're whatever it is.
Absolutely. And then the other thing that I loved is I loved and hated. Okay, I go into a lobby and I would just I don't know, if I knew somebody, I'd race them. But say there's somebody I don't know, and I race them and I don't know who it is. Just pick Racer X. I race him and he kicks my ass. All right, and I'm like, damn it, man, I want back at him. Now it's not going to be like that. I would search and I would just go through. Seriously, man, I have a problem. But I would just go through lobby after lobby after lobby looking for that person that beat me, and just to find them, to challenge them again, because I had to get my car back, get their car back, or have them chicken out. Like one of those three things was going to go down. And now it's not going to be like that. And I understand it's got to be the way it's got to be to make the game fair, to make, just to make it more.
Well, here's the thing that I got out of it. As soon as they make it so that it's a quick challenge like that,
yes,
we no longer have any chickening, and there's no more foul penalizations. So if somebody fouls 100 times on you, you don't get penalized. You're not getting a 2-point race anymore. You're still getting the full amount of points.
Okay. I like that. I like that, but okay, but I mean, I like it. I like it. It's just going to be changed, and it's just going to be something we're going to have to get used to. And I think it's going to happen pretty quick because other than not being able to challenge somebody, I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Let me know. Like, I want to know what you guys think right here. You guys, I want to know what you guys think. Put it right down here, or is it down here in the live chat? Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to miss the ability to challenge people, or is it not going to be such a big deal? Because it's going to, make it random so people can't feed and self-crush and all that garbage, which really ruins turf. Yes, Dave has an idea. I think a King of the Hill aspect would be really cool too. I thought about that a long time ago, and Dave, you are correct. King of the Hill would be awesome. Would be an awesome addition to the game. It would just be really cool. Anyways, guys, what do you think? Donna says, I will miss. Yes. Tree doesn't matter to him as long as he has racers to kill, to crush.
Tree will be the first one. He'll be out of Pink's challenges in the first hour.
Oh, that's the other thing. Oh my gosh, we got to talk about this stuff. Oh my gosh, there's two other things I want to talk about in this live stream. And if you have the time, Jeff, I don't mind hanging out. But yeah, no, the two other things. So Steven says, I'll miss it, but it's time for the change. Absolutely. Absolutely, Steven. You couldn't have nailed it right on the head any more solid than that. So the other thing is pink slip vouchers. 10 of them per event. You lose, each time you lose a pinks race, you lose a voucher. Once you lose all 10, you lose the ability to challenge for pinks, but you do not lose the ability to race for pinks, because if somebody challenges you for pinks, you can still race. You just can't throw that challenge out there. That's a whole different concept, something we've never had before. I'm still trying to work it out, trying to figure out how it's going to work out. And I think, okay, so here's my thing. I think it's a big deal to the game. It sounds like a big deal, but I think what's going to have an even bigger impact to the game, bigger than the pink slip voucher, is the betting system. We'll kind of talk both of these hand in hand here, but I think the, Dave has a point there. But anyways, the betting system is kind of weird because, okay, So I hit that challenge button. Jeff, you hit that challenge button. Now, we both basically, once you hit the challenge button, you've agreed to a free race. Bare minimum, a free race is going down. There's no chickening. Free race is happening. So we get matched up, and I don't know how, but one or the other person is going to get challenged. The computer's going to decide, I'm guessing, who gets challenged because somebody's got to raise or somebody's got to accept. So if Jeff, you get challenged, you're going to have the ability. You can race right there. We can free race. I don't have a choice because I hit that challenge button. We're going to free race if you want to. Now you have the ability to raise money or pinks. We're going to start off with money. You raise money. Now I have the ability to say no. I just want to race for free. We agreed to a free race. We can race for free race even if you raise for money. I can decline that and we can race for free. Now, if I choose, I can accept your challenge and race for money, or I can raise you more money, in which case you can say, no, I want to race you for the amount that I chose beforehand, or I want to raise you more or raise you pinks, in which case it comes back to me, and I can say, all right, I want to race for the money that you just raised me for, or I can I'm sorry, I want to raise you for the amount of money that I raised you for, or I can accept your pinks. You can go, it sounds so much more confusing than I think it really honestly is gonna be.
Yeah, it's once you made your mind up and I've made my mind up, it's basically you raise what you want. I mean,
right. You either raise.
If I raise a mill and you raise a mill back, and that's all I'm willing to do, then.
So I can either race for the 1 mil.
Or I can race for my mill.
Two choices. You don't have to, as it is before, if somebody raises you for 2 mil, you either raise for 2 mil raise or chicken. Here there's no chickening. So you raise for the 1 mil that you raised, or you accept the 2 mil that Jeff raised you, or you can even raise it or raise for pinks. There's so many more options now except for chicken, which once you put it on the table, it's on the table, but you're not going to get bullied out of your money. If you only want to race for 50,000 and that's all you're comfortable with, that's all you have to. Even Jeff, if you raise a mil and I say, no, we're raising for that 50 mil that I just put on the table, we're going for that 50 mil or 50,000, sorry. But I kind of like that. It keeps new players from being bullied out of the money. Like if they only feel comfortable putting 50,000 or 100,000 or $2,000 on the table, that's all they have to race for, no matter what you try to raise them for, which is good. It's very good. On the other hand, I've always loved to get pinks or money because somebody will raise for a mil, and I instantly, just like that, I see a mil, and I raise for pinks. Now, they're either going to give me that mil, or they're going to go head-to-head for 1 mil and pinks. Those days are gone, but there's still going to be a lot of action. I really think I think it's going to be good for us. I think it's going to be good for the community, and laggers will be dealt with.
Yeah, I think it's been said in one of their streams that they're trying to figure out a way to have it set up where if somebody lags on purpose, it like automatically penalizes them somehow, time-wise or something other. It may be in 7.0, maybe later. I don't remember, but I do remember. I think Colby is the one that said it.
I've always thought this. I've always thought that. Okay, and I understand. Like we're racing on phones that you can get in a bad area, bad, connection, bad connection, or you get a phone call or a text message.
Right.
But out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of races we've had, how many of those have you really lost a car or lost a race because of a text message? I mean, it happens. Don't get me wrong. I know it happens. But you can always put those do not disturb. You can put your do not disturb on. Or if you're racing for pinks or high stakes money, guess what? Don't race while you're driving in a car down the highway or you're on the subway. Come on, like common sense. So I've always thought if I race and I raise money, that should mean right there that I am ready to go at a moment's notice, okay?
Exactly.
And if that person accepts, I'm ready to go. And if there's any delay, too bad, you lose. You put the money on the table, you accept it, meaning you're ready to go. You have a good connection. You're not expecting a phone call, or you have your notifications on. You prepare. You have to prepare. I mean, come on. Gotta use some common sense here. So I've always thought that once you accept or you put money down on the table, you are ready to go. So when it says let's race, if it doesn't calculate that you're ready to go and you're racing at that moment in time, like the computer, calculates that something's going on, you automatically disqualify. I've always thought that, and I just think it's a good idea. Is that how it was done, Dave? I never knew that. Huh. Dave says the light lagging was done by pulling up the control center from the bottom of the screen on iOS. I always wondered, like, how do people light lag? I thought it was like, I don't know, if you hit the home button, go back to your, your desktop or whatever you call it, your home screen. Crazy. Anyways, what else, Jeff?
If I'm in the lobby and I'm scrolling for opponents,
yep,
and I accidentally bump that, it kicks me out and puts me back in the garage.
Really?
If I bump it, it goes to control center like that.
Oh, that's how they stopped it. Okay. So Dave says, yeah, that's how they stopped it. It would, and then it'll end in a tie. Which kind of, I kind of disagree with that, because there's people out there that want to just bully people and pick and choose their race, and if they're not comfortable, if they challenge you and you raise them and then they raise and you raise for pinks and they don't want to raise, then they just do that tie deal, and nothing's lost. Which is why I think that once you put money or you accept, you're ready to go at a moment's notice. Like, that's how it should be, I don't agree with the ties, and I mean, I kind of agree with it in a sense, because that is a default for some reason, for some cases where it saves you, because a tie it can detect when somebody's doing something, I don't want to say illegal, but something a little shisty. It can detect it, and it's a tie, and it's designed to save you from losing your car. But at the same time, it can also be taken advantage of, so people can pick and choose their races. And if they put a mill down and somebody raises them for pinks, they just tie, which I don't like. Man, there's a lot going on here in chat. Wow, we're back up to 30 people with us. Man, all right, let me just do a real quick recap. First of all, I got to tell people about my my sweatshirt right here. I'm always asking guys, hey, man, like, comment, subscribe, share, turn those video notifications on. Just asking people to support me as a YouTuber. And I just want to let you guys know that not only do I ask that from you, but I do that the same for my favorite YouTubers out there. One of my favorite YouTubers is a guy, he's got a channel called Exploring with Josh, and it's an Urbex themed channel, urban exploration, going into abandoned, mansions and buildings and tunnels and just travel. Right now he's in, he was in Hong Kong, but he went to, I think he's over in China now, mainland China. Anyways, he came out with his merch line, and I subscribed to him. I bought this, and it came in the mail today. It was a Monday, and I was like, oh man, it's a boring, crappy Monday. I'm at work. I get home, and this is in the mail. So what did I do, man? I put it on. I grabbed my wife, gave her my camera. I set it up on the train tracks, and I told her, take a picture of this on it. I told her how to hold the button. I did all that. So I got the picture, took it home, photoshopped them up, and I put them on my Instagram. And this is it here, guys. I'm going to share it with you. This is one of them. I have a couple up. This is it here. This was taken just earlier today. And if you guys are interested, if you guys want to support me, just go to Instagram, search Pigpen, the one and only, find my channel, and follow. You know, like my photos. I do a lot of travel videos, a lot of stupid stuff, me hanging out with my friends, a lot of stupid food stuff, yeah, stuff like that. But anyways, you know, if you guys want to support me, this is one of the best ways to do so. I'd appreciate it. And there we go. Donna, thank you. Donna says, great picture. I love it. I have a couple of others. I have tons and tons and tons of pictures on my Instagram. Lots of travel pictures from when I went to Europe. I'm going to be going back soon. And the one thing I didn't do, Jeff, the one thing I didn't do last time I was in Europe was live stream. I'm totally going to live stream this time when I go to Germany. We're going to go. It's around Oktoberfest. We're going to be drinking a lot of beer. So I'm going to go and I'm going to live stream as much as possible. Guys, if you want to hang out with me in Germany with a beer, I'll let you know when. It's still a few months away, but I got so much to do, so much planned, a lot of travel this summer. I love traveling, you know, photography, artwork. So guys, check out my Instagram. And thank you. There you go. Yes, I was already in Amsterdam, man. I was just in Amsterdam. I was in Amsterdam, and then I went to get some pictures on my Instagram. I was in a little town called, is it Volendam? There's a couple of places I was at. I loved the Netherlands, man. Brussels, not so much. Brussels was okay. Paris was awesome. London was okay. I've been to London before. London was good, but yes, Amsterdam, my friend, Amsterdam was the best. I kept passing, me and my wife, you know, when you go to Amsterdam, Jeff, you have to do what you can do in Amsterdam, things that are legal. Volendam, absolutely. So I was in Amsterdam, and we were doing things in Amsterdam that are perfectly legal in Amsterdam. And it's funny because we were walking all throughout the streets and the canals. We took a boat ride. We were on the Amstel River in a boat. And we're going under this bridge. And we got rear-ended. Our boat, we're sitting there. Somebody rear-ended us, smashed into our boat. They were from Germany. They were German, and I didn't understand a word they said. They rammed into us, and they were like, and I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, what's going on? We just got rear-ended by some Germans in Amsterdam on the canal in the boat, and they were apologetic because they didn't realize the electric motor can go in reverse. They just put it in neutral and just like drifting towards us, crashed into us. But you can put it in reverse, and they didn't know that. Anyways, they rammed us, and anyways, we were doing things in Amsterdam that were legal in Amsterdam, you know, and we kept wandering around, and we kept wandering. And the funniest thing is, no matter how far we went in this direction, we always somehow, like, dude, it must have been like 8 times. We came back around, and somehow we found the same shop, and it was called, and it was like deja vu. We're like, how the hell? We kept walking, and we would come back. It was like deja vu. We kept coming. It was called, it was a gallery called Peter Donkersloot. And I kept going, Peter Donkersloot. I kept making this joke. My wife's laughing her ass off, just laughing nonstop. And like, no matter how far we walked in this direction, we'd always come back to Peter Donkersloot Gallery. It was just like, I couldn't understand what was going on. I was in like a time warp or something. It was crazy. So, but yes, I'll be back in Europe. I think I'm going to try to take a trip to Texas in a few months. Going to Canada to visit Ricky and James. Who knows what else? Just stay tuned. We're going to have plenty of Racing Rivals videos. Me and my buddy, as soon as we get a name for the channel, we're going to have a drunken Saturday night, Friday night type channel. I don't know. We're still in the works trying to figure it out. Some guest people, some friends to hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyways, guys, stay tuned. Lots to come your way. All sorts of fun. Yeah, Surreal, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, anyways, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up?
Just make sure that you keep in mind about the performance parts. There's a lot of cars that have them, and a lot of people don't know about them. You and I talked about this a few weeks back. There were cars that had performance parts on them when they first started doing it, and they never released them.
They didn't.
It's a lot of people didn't know it, but you know, it's in fact what I think when I was first getting them, I was like, oh, I don't want those.
Yeah.
I don't need those performance parts.
Nope.
And I kind of missed out on some of them. The S-Class ones, the ZR1 and the GTS.
Yes. The ZR1.
There are a lot of cars.
Yeah, the ZR1's got some really awesome, and that I love that car, to be honest with you. And the ZR1, was it only a one-time deal?
Yep.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
So, is that Jeff on the phone? Of course this is Jeff on the phone. Yes, this is Jeff. We are here with Jeff Beazle, a.k.a. Mr. Sir. I keep saying Mr. Like, oh, Mr. Surreal. But, yes, Mr. Surreal here. He's here. This is our weekly thing. We do this every Monday. We're going to continue to do this. There's going to be a time, I mentioned, when there isn't turf, when 7.0 comes out. It's going to be a little bit of a transitional period. We're going to, Jeff, do you still want to do this for a little bit while we're waiting? All right. We'll have to come up with some new ideas to talk about, but that's okay. He just says, sorry, man, just woke up. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You're here, and that's what matters. So, yeah, we're gonna continue, and then we'll figure it out. But when turf comes back, 7.0, we're going to be doing what we're doing now, because we're all going to have so many questions about cars, tunes, lobbies. This is where you're going to want to be. And Jeff, and I have a feeling, not only is it going to be me and you, but I have a feeling we're going to try to get some guests on, because anybody who knows any sort of information and is willing to share it, you're going to be on here, because I'm not going to know everything. You're probably not going to know everything. I don't think anybody else out there is going to know everything. So the more people we have on with us, the more information we get out there, and the better off I think we're all going to be. So that is it. Tree wants to know what, can we go over what we've learned so far from 7.0? Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to begin. There's just so much, Tree. Joe knows I can get info. That's right, Dave. Dave can get info. There's just so much, Tree. There's really so much information out there about 7.0. Carbonated's had, I don't know how many, 8? I think it's been 8 episodes already. Hey, Jeremy's here. And he says he hears the vape.
Yeah, I've been trying to come back.
Dave says, just wait for that beta APK. LOL. I don't know what that means, Dave. I don't know what that means. So anyways, yeah, no, there's so much information about 7.0, guys, whether it's the Legacy Garage. From what I understand, lobbies won't be changed. 30% of the cars will be coming back. I think that's what it was. But if they come back, they may or may not be the same as they are, meaning all of the lobbies, all of the cars are going to be kind of recalculated, and everything's going to be considered. So when you're in a 1650 lobby, so my understanding, 1650 is going to be a much tighter lobby. You're not going to have that range of cars that go from a 9.2 to a 9.7. A half a second difference is not going to cut it anymore. Everything's going to be condensed down, and it's hopefully going to be much closer. So you're going to have a good chance to win with any car you're in. Don't quote me on this, but that's how I understood it. What else? New garage, Legacy Garage. You're going to be able to have Legacy events from time to time to win exclusive wheels and whatever they have, so you can put them on your 7.0 cars. Yes, no more bullies. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping. I want a challenge now. I don't want to be able to just put it on autopilot and go, yep, I'm in a good car. Anyone who races me, I'm just going to be able to win just by relaxing. I want every race to mean something.
What they were just talking about was if you have a turf event, say it's a free-for-all.
Yes.
And there's an R2 class and an A class, and you hit challenge and you get matched up to those guys, you're still going to run almost the exact same times.
That's what I really hope happens.
Classes.
I like the fact that is, because as it is right now, it seems like, and I guess you do want to have a car. If you're putting up a valuable car against another car, a less valuable car, I guess you kind of feel that you should have some slight bit of advantage, but not to the extent that it is right now. I think it's really overpowered right now. There's some cars, the Homage, the BMW Homage in certain lobbies just dominates. You can't even come close to it, and it's not even fun. Somebody challenges you in a Homage, it's like, I'm just going to wait 30 seconds and time them out because it's not fun. Like, why would I want, it's like me going up against Mike Tyson in a ring. I know one punch, I'm going to be out cold for a week and a half. Seriously.
Right.
Done. I don't like that. I want a good match. I want, a challenge, and I really think that's the avenue we're going down, and I hope that is. Do the classes change on terms of cars if the lobbies and ratings change? I don't know, Jeremy. That's something we're going to have to kind of sit back and watch and find out. We might get more information down the road. Edward Shorty 13 heard no more X class. Is that true? They've mentioned it, but nothing is concrete yet. X class may be absorbed. It's going to be absorbed into. Well, actually, I don't know. I think X class.
We'll have the cars. We may have the similar cars, but they won't have that class. Will be gone.
Right, or it's only going to be for Legacy Garage, and
for sure.
X class won't come back for 7.0. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of the understanding so far. Yeah, Justice says your Legacy Garage will have X class. What else? Guys have questions. You're on with me and a good buddy of mine, Jeff Fiesel, aka Surreal. If you got questions, ask them now. We're going to do another recap of the turf events just because we're going to keep this live stream going for a little bit, I suppose. I'm dry. I'm out of beer, but I'm still going to live stream. That's for sure. So here's a comment. Only thing that bothers me, a lot of new things coming out, but what is that? Hold on. Let me try to, but can your phone, Carb Day, yes, but 2 garages, new graphics. So I'm wondering if he means, can your phone handle it? Yes, okay, he did mean that. So can your phone handle it? And here's straight from Daniel himself. That was a big concern they had, was the fact that everything's going to be new this, new that, bigger, better. And like, one of the things they did when they redid all of the coding in the game, they made it run more efficient. So a lot of the live streams they've done are on older devices that are still running very good. So if you're on a brand new device, no problems. But the fact that if you're on an older device, you shouldn't have a problem. They were running them on older devices, and they were running very smooth. So I hope that's the case, but that's what we're being told. So I love your live streams, Pigpen. Yeah! And all you guys are cool. except for Craig, who's no. I don't see Craig in the live chat. I think Craig passed out. Either that or
He went to bed.
he's a light. He's a lightweight. He's an old guy, so I'll cut him some slack. Yeah. So Jeremy, is ghost shifting? Here's a good one. A lot of people want to know about ghost shifting. Is ghost shifting allowed? Well, your 6.5 cars, the cars you have now in your legacy garage, won't change. There will be ghost shifting, but we are being told that 7.0 cars will not have ghost shifting. We're going to have to wait to find out to get 100% confirmation when 7.0 drops, but Carbonated is telling us they have figured out what allows ghost shifting, what causes it, and all that good stuff, and they've worked it out of the system for the newer cars. So 7.0, no ghost shifting from what we hear. Legacy Garage, as it is now with those cars, yes, there will be ghost shifting. That is the latest on ghost shifting right now.
All of your legacy cars will have the same tune that they have when it shuts down. They will stay that way. You won't be able to tune them. They will act as if they are constantly boosted, and they won't have any damage. So you will be able to ghost shift your 6.5 cars, but not the 7.0 cars. All the 7.0 cars will have different shifting, different tuning, different speeds, different everything.
Yep.
And those also will be full boost at all time.
I like that. No more worrying about boosts. What else? Gems? Now, this is a difficult concept to. It's not too difficult. I don't want to explain it wrong, but okay. So right now, we'll say I have 1,000 gems, and we'll say I can buy a car for say there's a car I can buy for 1,000 gems. That's not going to change. When 7.0 drops out, if I have 1,000 gems now, 7.0 drops, I may have 1,500 or 2,000 gems, but it's still equal to the amount you have now, meaning that car that was 1,000 gems will now be the same as what I have. So if you start out 1,000 and the car is worth 1,000 gems, if you have 2,000 when 7.0 drops, that car is worth 2,000 gems. They're going to equal it all out. So you're not getting more gems. If you want to buy gems now, go buy gems. By all means, buy them up. But don't think that because when 7.0 drops down and the gems are expanded, now you have from 1,000 gems, now you're going to have 2,000. You're not going to be able to, you're not doubling your gems. You're just getting more, but it's equal to the amount you have. I don't know if I explained that right.
Yep, you did.
Okay, so there's that.
The gems will be added. They say there's right now it's 3 to 1.
Yep.
It'll be 1 to 1.
Okay.
So and the gems will still be there. The inventory will not be there.
Yes.
Inventory is per se being replaced with collectibles. You earn collectibles for race and live events. You get collectibles for turf events. You get collectibles for just about everything. Those collectibles will be traded in for wheels, paints, and they have different rarities, and they're color coded: purples, pinks, reds, greens, and each one means something more and more rare. You can save up those collectibles just like you have been on your inventory.
Yep.
And spend them on something big, like a really nice turf car. Or some really rare rims or something like that.
Okay.
All the RRC that we have will be gone. It will be a different type of currency. It'll still be an RRC, but it'll be different. It'll be starting over. I'm sure that your legacy points that you get from your current 6.5 garage inventory, cars, everything that you have may earn you some RRC. They say that there will be plenty of ways to earn RRC,
which is good.
and It's going to be, so you'll have to have that right away so that you can turf, or at least tune your cars so that you're competitive.
Yep.
And be ready to get yourself set up for turf whenever they start that.
Okay. What about inventory? A lot of people asking about inventory.
Inventory will be gone. If you have it, you can put it on your cars that will be locked in your legacy garage, or you can leave them where it's at, and you'll still count the same amount towards your legacy points. They don't have to be used, but they will be gone. So you might as well put them on your car, or a car, or something.
Okay.
The inventory will stay. I mean, you still get the same points for it on the car or just in your inventory. So you might as well use it so you can at least look at it. If not, it'll be gone.
Okay. So if you have inventory, we were told put it on your cars because it's going to be useful on your cars. You know, if it's lightweight parts, wheels, whatever it is, put it on your vehicles. If you don't have vehicles to put it on, don't sell it back to the game. Okay?
Yeah, do not sell it.
It's going to be worth something in your inventory. You can use that, and it'll give you points when you transfer over. But if you sell it and you have RRC, unless, so there's earned RRC and there's purchased RRC, I believe.
Correct.
Purchased RRC
Purchased RRC will say
yes.
Earned RRC is gone.
Right. Meaning, if you went and you bought $100 worth of RRC or $25 or whatever, you bought that RRC from the game, you're going to keep that RRC. Now, if you raced somebody and you won that money, you bought it on the black market, you sold a car, you sold some wheels, you sold some performance parts, that is earned. That means it's going to be gone. It'll be wiped clean. So if you've earned it, it's not going to be there. If you've purchased it, it will stay. There you go. What else? There's some blueprints. Oh, yeah.
Blueprints will be wiped and gone. If you can't finish them, sell them.
Sell them? What?
Sell them.
Why sell them? I thought we weren't selling.
I don't think that they have any value on your legacy garage. I could be wrong, but I sold mine.
Oh, I was under the impression
because I needed the inventory space.
Oh, well, if you need if you need the inventory space, that's one thing. But I was told, like, if you had the inventory space to waste, don't sell them because you're not going to be able to use them. But once 7.0 drops, those will be worth legacy points or whatever. So I'll have to get that clarified. Maybe I can talk to somebody and see what we can find out for that. What else? No, I don't mind, Jeremy. That's okay. All gone. You think they can follow every player one by one? I'm not sure what that means. When will this update drop? That's all I want to know. Ashani, we don't know for certain. We don't have a date. I'm guessing within a month to a month and a half, maybe 2 months at the most. We know that Carbonated has a few more episodes on their Twitch channel. On Twitch, they have a few more episodes. So
20-member teams, Jeremy.
I doubt that's going to change. Yep, 20-member teams. That's not going to change. Oh, I can't wait, guys. Wednesday, make sure to tune in to Carbonated's Twitch live stream. This is going to be all the things that we wanted to be in 7.0, but that are not going to be in 7.0. But hint, hint, if it's on this episode, there's a good chance that it will be in Racing Rivals down the road. So, not in 7.0, but down the road, there's a good chance. That's this Wednesday. Check them out. 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. And as usual, I will be live streaming just as soon as Carbonated's Twitch live stream ends right here on my YouTube channel. It'll be myself. I'll have a few guests that are going to be watching their feed, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So watch them, then watch me. It's that easy. I guess we're going to wrap it up, Jeff. It's getting a little late, and I know I could talk all night long, but we'll leave that, and maybe I'll live stream tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be live streaming Wednesday. I've got a lot of different things planned. I still have this Boston Red Sox Sports Crate unboxing. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. So when I get out of work, guys, hang out, join me. If you're a baseball fan, if you're a subscription box fan, or just a fan of Pigpen, join me. It's that easy right here on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn those video notifications on so you never miss a live stream. Check me out on Instagram right here, Pigpen, the one and only. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, and a good friend of mine, Jeff Fiesel, a.k.a. Sir Real Jeff. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to hang with us. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me, Joe. Each week is awesome.
It is, and we're going to continue.
We all learn. You learn, I learn, everyone learns. It's great.
It
Something
is
good for the community.
So, I think it's going to be a really good thing. We're going to continue this into 7.0. So make sure to join us here. Thanks you. Can't even speak. Thank you, everybody. I'm Pigpen, the one and only. Peace out, Cub Scout.
Nice.
Yeah.